Chapter 1. Why Stories Crush Lines Dating is Weird. You're sitting there on a first date, sipping coffee, trying not to sweat through your shirt. Then your mouth betrays you. So what do? Boom. You've officially become every boring date she's ever had. Most guys think they need pickup lines. But lines are like bad Wi-Fi. Everyone's heard them before, and they barely connect. Women don't want lines. They want to feel like they're talking to a human being, not a chatbot who escaped Tinder. What works? Pocket stories. Clever fades. Stories stick. Cracking a clever joke is like eating cotton candy. Fun for 5 seconds, then it's gone. Stories? They linger. They stick to the brain like popcorn kernels in your teeth. She may forget your job title, but she'll remember that story about how you chased a monkey off your balcony with nothing but a slipper and sheer panic. Here's the thing. Clever is like cologne. One spritz is nice. Bathe in it, and people start coughing. The secret superpower of story psychologists have this fancy term, but here's the simple version. When you tell a story, the other person stops evaluating and starts imagining. She's not thinking, is he tall enough? Stable enough? Does he know how to file taxes? She's right there in your scene, watching you burn the toast or get soaked in the rain while trying to fix a flat tire. That's why stories crush lines. Lines trigger judgment. Stories spark imagination. And imagination is where attraction lives. Don't announce traits. Show them. Saying, I'm adventurous is like saying, I'm funny. The moment you announce it, people roll their eyes. Try this instead. Bad. I'm spontaneous. Better. Last month, I took a wrong turn on a trek and ended up sharing biscuits with a farmer who laughed at my city shoes the whole time. See? Same trait. Zero bragging. One feels like a resume bullet point. The other feels like a memory she can picture. The tiny spark formula. Relax. You don't need to tell an epic saga. These are pocket stories, quick, snack-sized moments that take 60 to 90 seconds. Think of them as little sparks you can pull out whenever the conversation needs life. Formula. 1. Setup. Quick context. Where, when, 2. Twist. Something small that went sideways, funny, or unexpected. 3. Punchline/point. What says about you. Example. Setup. I tried making pancakes last Sunday. Twist. Ended up with something that looked like modern art and set off my smoke alarm. Point. Turns out I'm great at improvising with Swiggy. Done. Fast. Relatable. Real. How to tell it without crashing. Good news. You don't need to perform like a comedian. Just slow down, pause for effect, and actually breathe. Nervous silence? That's seasoning, not failure. Think of it like cooking. Salt makes flavors pop. Pauses make stories land. Also smile. A real one. Not the passport photo smile. If you tell a funny story with the face of a man in tax season, it's game over. Pocket stories you can steal, but make them yours. 1. Playful. My niece insists I do a victory dance after assembling IKEA furniture. The bookshelf now thinks I'm a boy band. 2. Dependable. A friend's scooter broke down in the rain. I showed up with hot chai before the tow truck did. 3. Self-aware. I once tried a no complaint week. By day 2, I realized my inner voice should probably be fired. Each story signals something: fun, reliability, or humor, without you waving a flag and announcing it. Toss the ball back. Stories work best when they're not one-sided. Always follow your story with a question that invites hers. After IKEA story, what's the weirdest family ritual you secretly love? After scooter story, who's your go-to person when life blows up? After HR story, what's a silly challenge you gave yourself that actually stuck? That's how you turn one story into 2, and a date into an actual vibe instead of an interview. Your 1-week SPAR drill practice makes pocket stories. Try this. 1. Every night, jot down one small moment from your day. 2. Pick 3 and record them as 60-second voice notes. 3. Add a playful question to each. 4. Test them out on friends, coworkers, or your Uber driver. 5. Notice which ones land. Keep those. 6. Toss the rest. Nobody needs a story about your grocery list. 7. By the end of the week, you'll have your first Spark Bank. Bottom line, lines fade. Stories light things up. Forget trying to be smooth. Be the guy with sparks in his pocket, and watch how much easier conversations get